Hi, I'm Nancy from J&N Travels. We will be posting random videos on anything travel related, so please join us on Miscellaneous Monday videos. And remember, stay young, have fun.
Hello, this is J&N Travels. Today's Miscellaneous Monday is a compilation of our cruising history. I have gone on a total of 8 cruises, and Nancy has gone on 7. Both of my first 2 cruises were on the Carnival cruise ship called the Holiday, back in 1986 and 1987. A little history about the Holiday ship. Carnival's ship the Holiday entered into service in 1985. In 2003, she was refurbished, and in 2005, during Hurricane Katrina, she was used as temporary housing for the victims of the storm. She was transferred to the Ibero Cruises fleet and was transformed into a floating hotel for the 2014 Sochi Winter Olympics. Last year, she was sold to a British cruise line and sails for them under the name Magellan. On my first cruise in 1986, I went with 3 friends, and the ports were Nassau, St. Thomas, and St. Martin. In 1987, to my surprise, I unwittingly organized my first group cruise. I never heard of a group cruise, but when I booked 16 friends and family, they told me that I was a group cruise. If I had realized this entitled us to some perks, I would have pursued this. One perk I did get was an invite for dinner to the captain's table, so that was very nice. I remember that we all thought the Holiday was such a huge ship. Looking back, a 46,000-ton ship was not very big compared to today's smaller ships.
I went on a Carnival cruise on the Festivale in 1987, which was actually smaller than the Holiday. A little history on the Festivale. In 1996, Carnival wanted to create and sail bigger ships, so they leased the Festivale to Dolphin Cruise Lines to become the SS Island Breeze, and then sold it to Dolphin in 1998. In 2000, the ship was painted red and called the Big Red Boat to be used for cruising from Texas. In 2003, they went bankrupt and the ship was sold for scrap metal.
In 2001, we took a family Disney cruise with my in-laws. This was a lot of fun and made me appreciate the Disney product even more. We flew to Orlando and stayed at the Hampton Inn in Cocoa Beach for 3 nights before boarding the cruise for 7 nights. There were many interactions with Disney characters, and all the shows and restaurants were themed Disney, as expected. We ended the trip by driving over to Disney World and rode the monorail before heading to the airport.
In 2010, we took the NCL Spirit out from Boston to Bermuda to celebrate my mother-in-law's 75th birthday. This was the only cruise that we did with John's family. It was a lot of fun. The ship docked for 3 nights. We did some snorkeling on the first day, Horseshoe Beach on the second day, and walked around the port before leaving on the last day.
0. In 2015, we took the Dawn on another Boston to Bermuda cruise. This time it was just our son and daughter with Nancy and me. We did snorkeling again and then took a bus to a place where we rented a Boston Whaler boat and some fishing gear for about 4 hours and just drove around.
In 2016, we took the Dawn again, which had just come out of rehab for our 3rd Boston to Bermuda cruise. This was a little different because my daughter's fiancé came with us. We also had the beverage package for the first time. We also did more excursions this time. We did a catamaran snorkeling tour, played mini golf at the new course, and the kids rented jet skis.
Our 2017 cruise was unusual for 2 reasons. This was the first cruise that Nancy and I took alone. It was unique doing what we wanted to do and when we wanted to do it. The second thing that was new to us was that this was the first cruise that we had taken that was over 7 nights long. This was a 12-day cruise on the NCL Gem out of New York. This was a famous cruise that lost its engine and NCL had to fly everyone home from Barbados. What a mess that was.
Our most recent cruise in 2018 was another cruise from New York. It was our first time on a larger ship. We took the NCL Escape for a 14-day cruise. We didn't think we would like the larger ship, but loved it as much as the smaller ships. The best thing about our 2017 and 2018 cruises were that they were in the fall, and because of that, there were no lines anywhere on the ships.
Since 5 of my 8 cruises and 5 cruises in a row have been on NCL, it would lead you to believe that NCL is our top cruise line. We do love NCL, but the main reasons we cruise on her are: number 1, my wife has limited time off from work. To save vacation time, we like to drive to the cruise port the night before the cruise and drive home on the day of the cruise. The only ports that allow us to do that are New Jersey, New York, and Boston, and possibly Baltimore. The majority of cruises from these 3 ports are NCL ships. There are a few Royal Caribbean and Carnival cruises out of these ports, but not as many choices as NCL. Number 2, we like to sail in the fall and to book close to the cruise departure date. NCL seems to always have the best last-minute cruise discounts and rates. Number 3, we like the entertainment on NCL. Number 4, we don't have to go to Florida to cruise on one of the bigger ships. They have several sailings on the bigger ships out of New York. The Escape and Breakaway come to mind. Number 5, we like to go to warm weather ports, and NCL offers the most of these. Number 6, for novelty, we like to take advantage of the NCL limited cost drink package. You notice I didn't say or use the term free drink package. NCL waives the cost of the package but still charges tips and gratuities. This still makes it less expensive than any other drink package on the high sea. Number 7, there are no formal dinner nights on the NCL cruises. Number 8, there are no set dinner times on NCL cruises. Number 9, last but definitely not least, as you may have guessed from our other videos, I love my chicken wings. NCL has a complimentary unlimited chicken wings for 24 hours a day. We have no problems taking cruises on other cruise lines. We took a Disney in 2001, and that will probably always be our favorite. We'd love to do a Disney again, but we can take 2 to 3 longer cruises over 7 days for the cost of one 7-day Disney cruise. We did 2 Carnival cruises back to back in our day, when the Carnival was considered the ultimate party cruise. I remember my cousin winning the drinking contest on the Lido deck and the multitude of rowdy and risque contests and events. For some reason, Carnival once again seems to be the cruise line of choice by many of the folks on YouTube. So we'd like to give Carnival a try again. Our goal is to expand to other cruise lines, possibly as early as this fall. Other cruise lines we'd like to try are Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Princess, and Celebrity. If a sudden windfall heads our way, then I would include Disney and Virgin Cruise Lines.
Please subscribe and comment below and tell us what cruise line you recommend and why. And remember, stay young and have fun.